Hey there, welcome to How to Become a Six-Figure Coach with all of the training you'll ever need to be a world-class coach. All that we ask is that you subscribe to the channel and enjoy your video. All right, welcome back. Pro Coach, the ideal day. I'm Chase Jordan. I am your coach. Let's dive right in. Let's talk about freedom. I know, right off the bat on the program, we're talking about freedom because it's so darn important. You know, they say that real wealth is health, but also real wealth is discretionary time. The time to do whatever in the world you want to do. In other words, freedom. So as a coach, you have the opportunity to become extremely free with your time to do anything you'd like. Make more money, work on your marketing, go to the pool, enjoy your family, help others, so on and so forth. So we have to define freedom first because it means something different to everybody. You know, freedom for me was the first time I was asked this question. This is one of the tools, by the way, you can use with your clients. I defined freedom as never having to use an alarm clock. This was 25 years ago. I said, you know, I lived and died by an alarm clock, early morning, school, early morning, work on the weekends. And then I began just the whole thing. So that was a big thing for me. 2, doing whatever it is I wanted to do because I wanted to do it because I didn't have to do it. We're going to talk about that. So what would make you feel free? Now, I'd like you to take down the ideal worksheet right below this video. Download it, print it, whatever you feel comfortable with doing, but it'll really help with this exercise, all right? What would make you feel happy? I believe freedom without happiness is definitely broken. And freedom and happiness together, now that's the power. That's the power duo. So break down the ideal day. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what mine looks like, give you some context and some ideas and things like that. And it's not going to be what you think at all. You're going to be very surprised with my day. So the big idea here within the ideal day is have to versus want to. We really have to look at our list of daily. It's a great exercise. List everything you do every day. And then beside it, put a check mark on things that you wanted to do, and then things that you had to do, don't put anything. So the check marks are the win for the want tos, and then have tos. You know, you have to go potty, you have to do certain things. But the idea here and the exercise is extremely critical. You need to change your have tos into want tos, okay? So minimize the have tos, maximize the want tos, and it begins today. I don't care if it's just a 4-minute thing that you felt you had to do that you don't have to do no more. You're taking that out of your life and adding a 4-minute want to do and begin that process of snowballing that every day into more and more want tos and less have tos, okay? And that way you'll start really designing your freedom. And more importantly, you'll start designing your happiness. And that's what I want for you. So here's the deal. The ideal day worksheet from Pro Coach. And by the way, every tool that we have here, I'm going to teach you down the road here. You can use them for your own practice and relabel them within Canva. Teach you everything you need to know about that. It takes 2 seconds. So if you like them, you'll be able to use them, modify, do whatever, as long as you're in good standing with Pro Coach and you're all paid up and you're a good human being. You're allowed to use it within your practice and white label it. Put your own stuff on. You just can't resell it. Things like that. All right. You just got to use it for you because you're a Pro Coach member. All right. It's one of the benefits. People love it. By the way, there's a ton of these tools. Tons. So the vision. What's the vision for your day, right? What 3 things would make you feel free, engaged, fulfilled? Fill in the blanks below. Stop the video now. Start playing with those ideas and come right back. All right. Hopefully you stopped the video and you came right back. If not, no big deal. But I encourage you to do the exercises as we do them. Remember Shoshin, the beginner's mind. Really begin by saying, I will do every exercise. They're not just for giggles. They're tools. They're for fun. They're to grow you, develop you, so that you can experience them, and then you can go help somebody else experience them. That's a big deal. All right. So next up here, food for thought. How long do you want your sessions to be? Let's get into the work day right now. I think it's extremely critical that we go through the work day and that we look at it and go, my happiness and freedom lives within my work day. If I don't get that right, there'll be a lot less freedom and it could be a lot of unhappiness. So I'm just pivoting just a little bit to the work day. This applies to your off day, and we'll talk about that. So how many sessions per day do you want to coach a client? Full-time, part-time, what is it for you? You have to decide that. So on the little ideal worksheet or just on a piece of paper, start writing those things down. Start writing down how long do you want your sessions. I would recommend 55-minute sessions. You can do an hour, 2-hour sessions as you're coaching. That's all fine. I do like 55 because it always goes over 60 minutes. Okay, so one, it feels like a bonus. I'm not trying to be like all sleazy or anything. I get 55 minutes, but then I'll always go, 65 to 70 minutes with my sessions. And lately I'm doing a lot more executive coaching and then helping my group coaching and my pro coach group like this. So how many sessions per day? When do you want to wake up? I shared with you, freedom and happiness for me was waking up without an alarm clock, not having to. Right? Not having to clock in at 7 o'clock, things like that. So when do you want to wake up is a big one. Are you somebody that stays? For years, I went to bed at 2 a.m. It's just what I did. And I woke up accordingly the next morning. Nowadays, more like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And my wife gets up a little bit before me and she hangs out. So I try to get up in the morning. I only sleep 8 hours. 7, 8 hours is fine. And then the big one, how much money do you want to make annually? Because you can't work 1 hour a week and make $100,000 a year as an example. That's no income claim. It's illegal to do that. But when would you find balance in your life as well? So these are just some of the questions. You can add more to your own life and situation, but what would be the ideal day? So here's I had the team pull this. This is a recent one. And here's what it looks like. So I work Monday through Friday. You'll notice. Some people are like, oh, don't you want to just be on the beach? I did the beach thing like every day and it got really boring. Okay. And it's not fulfilling. People think that you retire or you get to a certain level of income where you can kind of breathe. You need more in life. I did. And if you don't, that's fine. Okay. So you can see that I have coaching sessions. I have my lunch planned. I have most of these. 1, 2, let me see who I had this week. Yeah. Devin. Monica, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, so these are all executive. Okay, so I don't meet with these people every week, but this was my executive week. It's long story short. I let me go back. So I have a certain amount of coaching that I do, certain amount of creative work that I do, certain amount of marketing that I do. And then you see December group calls, December, I have 2 of those in a row, and then I have my gym time, which I sometimes I go. Every now and then I injure myself, I don't go. And then the weekends is purely family. Gulf of Mexico, we have little boats, we go out, we have a ton of fun, right? So this is not what you thought it would be, would it? And there's no dream that you're going to be successful and work 1 hour a week. That doesn't work. Okay, if you find somebody, a coach that does that, that's great. But I've never found that yet. So for me to feel fulfilled, make the income that I care to make to support my family and my employees, this is kind of the typical day. So I want you to build your day. If you're part-time, still fill in that calendar. Open up your Google calendar, look at 7 days. What do you want it to look like? Some people take weekdays off because they like to get things done so that their weekend, sometimes dentists and providers and things like that, they're not open on the weekend. So they like to have weekdays off and they work through Saturday and Sunday. It's no big deal. Oh, and by the way, I'll take a call on a Saturday. I'll take a call on a Sunday because it doesn't bother me that I'm off. I'm on my beach chair and having a little bit of fruit with my wife, and we're taking pictures and we're going shelling. And the phone, I pick up the phone. It's my pleasure. I don't believe in you have to completely segregate personal time and business time. I actually don't mind blending them. That's just me. But I'm just giving you context and examples of what freedom and happiness looks like for me. So that's it. That's where it is. So live help desk. Second video, want to make sure 786-567-7716. Live support. Any questions, any requests. You want to say you love us. Whatever it is, Send us a text if you want to. Make sure that it's in your phone. And then support@getprocoach.com for the email support. Make sure you get all our emails is very, very important. So work through your ideal day. Quick, powerful exercise that I need you to go through. What's the vision? What does the day, the week look like? How much money do you want to make? Just put a number on that. Put it in that in a note space. Okay, we're going to talk about financials real shortly and what the financials look like. But if you want to make $20,000 a year with coaching, great. You might only have to coach twice a week. You want to make 150? I have those coaches. They coach 3-4 times a day, and there's still open space for more, and they market and they're trying to fill those spaces. So really take a look at your ideal day. When do you wake up? When do you go to bed? What do you want to do? When are you going to relax? When are you going to rest? When do you eat, exercise, pray, make love, meditate, whatever? You have to plan those things in your mind, live by design. Don't live by mistake, live by design. Eliminate your have-tos, okay, right down to the bare minimum. Augment your want-tos, and you'll find happiness, and you will find your level of freedom. So I hope you've enjoyed this tool. It is a big deal. I'm Chase Jordan. This was the Ideal Day tool. Do the work. Get that little exercise done, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.